Well, that was fun, but I'm done now. Hey everyone, it's Spopes. I just got done with a stream covering in detail my thoughts on the night market after playing it for about a week. And no, I have not become a night market hater. I still think it's great, but I'm just personally done with it. And in this video, I'm going to recap the parts of my stream where I talk about why. Before we dive in, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please like and hype this video. And I'd really appreciate it if you want to step further in supporting me by becoming a member of the Spopes Army, picking up some merch, or leaving a donation. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's get into the reasons I am now done with the night market, at least this time around. So here we are in the beautiful night market. And as you can see, I only have 3,000 favor. I mean, not even quite 3,000. And to get the goodies for this, you need 10,000. Now, when you look at that die on the screen there, when you look at that little snapshot, it really gives you the impression that it is something that, honestly, though, it really is not. Yeah, you need 10,000 favor to get the die, whichever faction you're in. It's some kind of red stripy thing in Ruckus. It's a pretty cool blue die if you're Thousand Eyes. So I've also heard disappointment about the Thousand Eyes die. But with Glittering Gold, it seems like it's going to look like one thing here, but from what I can tell so far, it looks like something completely different. So I'm going to pull up the images I have. So this is what it looks like on one person's screen, right? And here's another version. This person posted it on Reddit, and they said they took all of the, the filters and the alterations off of it, off of their game. So this is like the most natural looking it can actually look. And I don't know, man, that doesn't look very gold to me. It looks kind of piss yellow, honestly. It looks like what it really looks like is a die that we actually already have and have had since literally the launch of the base game. So let's take a look at that. When I saw that, I was immediately like, this honestly looks just like Akatos Scales Gold, Dead Ringer. I mean, we already have that, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is already in the game, okay? It's just slightly different from Akatos Scales Gold. Whatever the case may be, even if the die is absolutely amazing, it's going to take a lot to get me to grind 7,000 more favor. And let me start by saying why this isn't a problem for me, okay? It's not a problem for me because the night market is too hard. I don't think it's too hard, personally. I think it's the perfect level of difficulty. It's also not a problem for me because the night market is bad or terribly designed, or it's gatekeeping solo players from doing it or whatever. I have addressed many times now in videos and streams what I think of these perspectives, and absolutely nothing about that has changed. I don't think they made it too hard. I actually think the night market is really good. I think it's a great new piece of added content to the game. I just think it's incredibly repetitive and it gets super boring. The first time you take down an Argent boss, you're like, yeah, woo, we did it. The first time you take down a Calamitous boss, you're like, yeah, woohoo, we did it. And then every single subsequent time is like, yeah, woohoo, we did it. Skirmishes are fun, like the first 3 or 4 times you do them, and then it's just super repetitive. So I'm not one of those people who's just going to sit there and do a trial all day. I just, like, I technically do have the time, but I don't have the will. I'm not interested in doing that. I really, like, the longest consecutive period that I ever game is when I stream, and I stream for like 2 hours ever. Like, I mean, sometimes my longest stream ever is like 3 hours. So I've said it before, and it's kind of, I'm like a narc, guys. Like, I'm not really a hardcore gamer, but I make content in the game because I'm good at it. It's a good career to pursue in 2026. I'm a useful addition to the community, and I do like it. But yeah, it's repetitive, and I only want one thing from this, and I only ever wanted one thing from this, and now I'm not sure that I even want that one thing. And here's why. I will show you why. So I wanted the Glittering Gold die because I wanted a die for my Templar that more accurately matched the mounts. And so see what I'm wearing here now? I mean, that is pretty much a Dead Ringer match. Is that the Glittering Gold die? No, it is not. And no, it is not Divine Gold either. I've had Divine Gold for forever. This is something that I totally forgot about. But if y'all will remember, last year, or maybe it was the year before, whatever update had all the anniversary stuff in it, they released a bunch of dies with the anniversary. So, you know, I'd totally forgotten about this. But last night, I went and I got Commemorative Safe Box Looter, which is you simply go and open a safe box in every single zone, and then you get the die 10 Anniversary Gold Leaf. Now, look at that little icon there, okay? It looks like almost like a brownish color. It looks absolutely nothing like the die once it's actually on your armor. So that's why I kind of overlooked it before. I was like, oh, you know, this probably won't be what I think it is. But this kind of adds to the point of like, I wanted Glittering Gold basically because I saw one picture on ESO Hub, and they must have had some crazy filters on it or something. And I looked at the little icon, and I thought Glittering Gold would look like this. But turns out there's already a die in the game that looks exactly like what I wanted, and it was way easier to get. You'd think at first that going to every single zone and getting a safe box would be pretty hard. And yeah, you know, it's not like particularly the easiest thing in the world to do, but it took me maximum 2 hours of gameplay to do this. I had a couple problems. Let's see, the ones that I ended up getting stuck in the longest were Craglorn, Balfoyan. Balfoyan was hard, dude. That took me forever. Which ones also took a minute? Oh, Vardenfell. For some reason, I couldn't find one to save my life in Vardenfell. But the rest of them were really easy. Now, if you guys want this die, I will have a video coming out probably day after tomorrow, how to get it. Tips for where to find safe boxes. But it's generally pretty easy. Like, I mean, I wonder if there's one just in this area here. Like, they're often in crafting areas. They're often inside buildings. They're often sitting around merchants. And yeah, it took me maybe 90 minutes, 2 hours to get. Well, if you want Glittering Gold from Night Market, that's going to take you at least 25 hours, maybe 30. So yeah, when I found the safe box in Somerset, for instance, it was just like right around here somewhere. I think it was like right there. Right there. They're generally pretty easy to find, and it's actually kind of fun, kind of thrilling going around looking for them. So yeah, from the beginning, I only really wanted to do Night Market to get a die that would look good on my Templar, and I saw a couple of you saying that it's a perfect match, and I mean, really, it is now. This is like the perfect match for the mounts. I'm satisfied. Aesthetics is my #1 thing in ESO. It's what keeps me coming back year after year. Is I hope they never change the engine to Unreal 5 or whatever these crazy pipe dream ideas people spout out. You know, like they need to redo the engine because there's something just special about this engine when it comes to especially metallic surfaces. There's something about the shininess of things in ESO that no other game has replicated. Like Warframe is kind of close, but no other game does this, where things just look so crazy shiny. It's kind of hard to explain, but my aesthetic purposes have been fulfilled here. But yeah, just summing things up. I like the Night Market. I am not a Night Market hater by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not one of those people who thinks it's a bad addition to the game, or it's gatekeeping, or it's some guy in the forum said it's feeding off solo players. It's just that kind of content is not something I'm going to invest an incredible amount of time in unless there's something I really want out of it. And everything I've seen from Glittering Gold, everything I've seen from that die is telling me that it's not actually something I want. It's not going to look good on this character, and that's literally all I wanted it for. If I want another greenish gold die, I mean, we already have Scales of Akatosh. I don't really care that much about any of the other awards. I don't really care about having a guild bank in my house. And the thing is, the amount of favor you have might reset, but when this comes back in the fall, you're still going to be able to grind toward that achievement. So if it takes me 3 separate runs of the Night Market to get my die, c'est la vie. I have run out of interest in it. I had a lot of fun while I was doing it. I think it's a great addition to the game. I'm so glad they did the Night Market, but 10 hours is basically my cap with it. Another annoyance with it is grouping. I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact you have to group. It makes sense. It's the kind of content it is. What I mean is that you have the choice between organizing a group yourself, which takes a lot of effort, or joining a pickup group, which has very mixed results. I've had some amazing pickup groups. I've had some really, really bad ones. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong or broken or stupid about either the grouping system or the fact that you have to group with night market. No, that's fine. I just don't really feel like doing it anymore. I'm just kind of done. Just kind of done. It's incredibly repetitive. It's grindy. That is what an MMO is, but with plenty of things that are worthwhile and good to get in ESO. It is a much smaller grind to get the really perfect die I'm wearing right here. It was a grind of altogether 2 hours. So it's still a grind. You're still grinding. You're still going into the world and doing stuff and wandering around and completing tasks. I mean, that is what an MMO is. Absolutely. But for me, the difference between a 2 hour grind and a 25 or 30 hour grind is significant enough that if I'm going to invest the amount of time, it had really better be worth it. So in terms of feedback, like if I'm not complaining about the night market itself, really, like not hardly at all. That's not what I'm doing here. But if there was one thing that the devs could do to make it better, make favor a little bit easier to grind. Like if I was at 5k favor right now instead of 3k, yeah, I'd be happier with it. I'd feel more at peace with quitting where I am. But at the same time, I can totally understand why they wouldn't. Why they've made favor as difficult to grind as it is. And I've also not been doing it perfectly optimized. Like they could make it easier simply in the way of making the daily quests that you find in the world easier to find all the little things of, like the people and objects, etc. They could also make those shareable. So if there's anything at all actually wrong with the night market, it's probably that. Like you could make those daily quests shareable. You could make their objectives easier to locate, like a smaller radius. But, otherwise, I don't think there's anything wrong with the actual game mode. I don't think night market needs to be changed for me. I'm not some entitled twit demanding that the game cater to ultimately my laziness or lack of dedication. I've just reached my limit. I'm just personally no longer interested in continuing on. But that's just me. So long story short, I have really enjoyed the night market. I think it's great. My overall score of 9 out of 10 for the content has not changed. Just for me personally, it has lost its allure. I'm not interested in doing it anymore. So I'm not. I'm done. It was fun. When it comes back in the fall, I'll be stoked to run it again for probably another 5 to 10 hours. But it's not the kind of thing that I want to invest a bunch of time in, because I'm not the kind of player who ever invests a whole lot of time in anything in this game. I really don't. If something's too hard, I just personally probably won't do it. I don't mean hard in terms of difficulty. I mean hard in terms of time invested. Because again, my complaints with the night market are not the complaints that I've been seeing the most commonly. People are like, I don't want to have to group. This is boring. Take me back to preschool. I've been complaining about how easy overland content is for 5-10 years, but now there's actually something hard in the game. I don't want to do it, Mom. Like, okay, these are not my complaints. I don't have any complaints. I guess if I have any complaint at all, it's that the stamp for the die is kind of deceptive. The die does not actually look like that. But really what did it for me is I was able to acquire a die with much less effort that suits my requirements much better. So my incentive for keeping going with it is gone. Maybe they could keep me going with it if they made the rewards better too. Like no more overland sets, right? Dropping from the coffers, more cool furnishings, things that really seem to fit the level of difficulty. Like maybe. But I don't think there's really anything that could make me want to do it any more than I already have. I don't need gold. I don't need anything else in the game. I just need a new gold die, and now I got it. So here we have Truth Seeker with the Glittering Gold die. And yeah, I mean, that looks basically like a slightly greener version of Divine Gold. No. Yeah, it's like Divine Gold, but it's got this greenish tint to it. And then when it's not in direct light, it looks greener, like bronzer, and even less desirable. So yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, thank you so much for showing this off, brother. No, that confirms it. No interest. No interest in trying to get this. I'm super disappointed. I thought this die was a lot better than it actually is. Oh, well. Thank you for showing it off, brother. That does it. That does it. So those are my thoughts on the night market and why I will no longer be playing it. Again, and I just want to be really clear about this. I think Zos did a great job with the night market. I think it's well designed. There are a few small kinks that I did mention in the stream, but stuff they can easily fix. I don't think the night market is terrible. I don't think they have to make it solo friendly, but just past 10 hours or so, it's just really not my cup of tea. I'm looking forward to any changes they make in the night market in the future. I'll definitely be coming back to check it out in its future iterations. Just for this first foray, about 10 hours of gameplay was enough for me. I'm done for now, but do keep on enjoying it if you are. And if you do get one of the 3 dies, definitely chime in and let me know what you think of it. Please do chime in with any thoughts you have on the night market, whether you agree with me that it's good but grindy, whether you're still enjoying it or it's gotten boring, or whether you just outright hate the night market you have from the beginning and you still do. Please do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think about these stream recap videos, whether you appreciate me condensing down my streams into an easier to access format. And before you go, please remember to subscribe to the channel, like and hype this video, and please do support the channel by becoming a member, leaving a donation, or picking up some merch. And now, as always, we're going to finish up with a prayer to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Lord, thank you for the night market. Thank you for inspiring Zos to make this kind of content. Lord, please do be with Zos as they improve on the night market for future iterations. And do be with the player base, whether they're loving the night market, whether they hate it. And Lord, thank you so much for my community. Thank you for growing it. Lord Jesus, please bless everyone watching this video, everyone in my community. Bless them with great experiences in ESO and the world beyond. And Lord, please do help those who are seeking to be close to you come to your side. And Lord, also please do draw to your side all those recently departed souls across the world. I give you all glory for the channel and for the video today, Lord. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. That's going to do it for the video, everyone. Again, please do comment with your thoughts on me quitting the night market, whether you agree with my reasoning, disagree with it, anything. And before you go, please do remember to like, hype, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, turn on notifications, because I'll be back soon with new content.